Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. Coming to you today with more boxing news that I want to talk about, I want to discuss. Today is going to be on Gary Russell Jr. getting his WBC mandatory defense finalized against the undefeated former junior featherweight champ at 122, Ray Vargas of Mexico. I want to discuss what I think about this. This, again, guys, it's True Boxing. Thank you for coming back. I want to, just say, if you like my videos, give me thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like them. I like the honesty. Positive or negative comments are fine. Either one. If you subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it, trying to get the information out to as many people as possible. All right, so let's jump into this showdown, this featherweight title showdown that should be taking place sometime, between May and June. I think they're still deciding on the date, but the fight is on for sure between these two guys. We are going to see it, and it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. My thoughts on the fight are, I was a little disappointed. I was really hoping Gary Russell was going to end up fighting, what's his name, Gervonta Davis. I was really hoping for him and Tank to go at it, but that fight's not happening now. Because Russell signed this one, Tank looks like he's going to be fighting Mario Barrios at 140. So I was a little disappointed because I really wanted to see this one. Excuse me. But I do like this. I do like this matchup a lot. I'm not going to lie. The reason why is I think Russell really needs a standout opponent for the time being until he can get a bigger fight that he's been calling for. And Ray Vargas, in my opinion, fits that mold for now, especially with Russell only fighting once a year. He hasn't fought since February of last year when he beat Tusko Nyambayar, who's a pretty good fighter, undefeated. But he outclassed him. He wasn't a big known name, but Ray Vargas is a seasoned fighter and throws a lot of punches and is pretty talented. His talent has carried him through some rocky moments after he became world champion. He defeated Gavin McDonald for the title. I believe it was in 2017 at 122. And I want to say he made 5 to 6 successful defenses. And it was talent that carried him through those defenses, it really was. It wasn't a lot of, I think a lot of people thought he was going to score some knockouts, and it was a lot of tough fights, but fights that he handled and got through because he is just a pretty talented Mexican fighter. He throws a lot of punches, and he can throw from angles, and he can box. So he's somewhat of a complete package, but we're going to see how complete he is against the ultra-talented Gary Russell Jr., Russell's been champion since 2015. So these two guys combined, we're talking for the last, one from 2017, one from 2015. These guys have only been in world title fights. So this fight is huge. Vargas tries to become a 2-division world champion. Russell tries to retain his title and be a over 6-year running world champion. He's the longest reigning champion in boxing right now. And, I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. I think Russell is the favorite, and rightfully so going in. But when does his luck finally run out? And Vargas throws a shitload of punches. He does, and he has good boxing skill and technique. And I think it's a great style clash, and I really can't wait to see it. I think Vargas is going to make Russell work hard in this one. I think it's probably the best challenge that Russell is going to get since Joseph Diaz stepped in his way. Joseph Diaz was an undefeated fighter on the rise, but young, and Gary Russell handled him. But the first half of the fight was competitive. Tusko Nyambayar was a little different. That was a kind of a tough battle, somewhat of a tough battle. Russell controlled most of the action through like 8 or 9 rounds, outboxing Nayam Bayar, but Nayam Bayar, like rounds 10, 11, and 12 came on strong, you know, and had his moments and landed some good hard shots, but Russell weathered that storm. But outside of the fight with Vasily Lomachenko, we haven't really seen Russell tested like for a full fight, and I really think the potential is here for him to get tested. I think he is going to have to bring his absolute best out in this fight to win. And, you know, I think it's a really good matchup. And Ray Vargas, this is really a great chance to see how good he really is, because we really didn't know at 122, you know? We knew he was good. He was sitting pretty right at the top of the division with like your Daniel Romans and all those guys. But injuries the last couple of years kept him out of the ring, you know? And now he's back and he's moved up in weight, and we're going to see how good he can be against the #1 fighter at 126. So this really is a battle to determine the top dog at 126, and I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be really good. So, you know, if you like the video, guys, again, thumbs up, give me a positive comment, or subscribe. If not, negative comment, give me a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. I want to hear your opinion. But big fight right here. I'm looking May or June. We're probably going to see these two guys get in the ring, and it should be entertaining. It should be fun when they do. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Gary Russell Jr. versus Ray Vargas. WBC Featherweight title coming up. True Boxing. You've been here with the truth.